welcome to another episode of Nerd Corner. A very special episode indeed. Episode number 17. You're gonna regret that later, man.
If you get that, I will be so happy.
I am your host, the classy Austin Whitaker, and I'm joined by my co-host, the beautiful Evan, once again. And we have a very special guest with us tonight. The man with the plan, the man who touches nukes.
The man who, you know.
Yeah, no, that's my job. Danny, the man, the important one, I guess. If you're the handsome one and you're the important one, Danny. That's my job. Sit at a desk and I touch the nukes that come across my desk.
Yeah, there, touch this one, and you're like, it has my blessing. Like, all right. Okay. So for the entire world to hear, meaning like 5 people, Danny, I want you to know that James and I went and saw Kevin Smith on Thursday.
Yeah.
You met him?
No, we didn't. We didn't meet him.
They shared air with him.
We had a night with Kevin Smith.
I can't trust that anymore because I met a dude up here who I was just listening to some music at work one day, and I was like, wow, I really like this band, some Flogging Molly. And this guy's like, yeah, I went out drinking with them and like watched a soccer match. It's like, no, I can't believe that. And every day, just about from then on, he's like, no, yeah, I did that, and my life is better than yours. I couldn't fight the man. Like literally, I couldn't fight. He was a barbarian. This dude got tased by 6 cops. Pulled the tasers out and said, "Don't do that."
It's like an old cartoon where they like take the bullets and then they chew them up and spit them out.
This was a man who could drink my fat weight every day and just be fine. That's just how he got through his day.
That's awful. Awfully.
I swear, in another era, he would have been a barbarian king or some crap like that.
So while we were waiting in line to get in, we were talking about how jealous you must be.
Oh yeah.
Well, I am now.
And and we were talking about how what if we found out that you had committed suicide? So we would go to identify the body as your closest relatives and the people who would know your face versus any other face. And we realized,
not my wife, heterosexual life partner.
We realized that it was murder and not suicide because when we saw the body, there was nothing in your butt. Your choice of suicide would clearly be like autoerotic asphyxiation of some kind.
Of course.
What is autoerotic asphyxiation without butt stuff? I mean,
and we're like,
it's just like doing your taxes at that point.
So the killer thought he had done everything right. But making it look like suicide.
He forgot one key thing.
butt stuff.
But then James and I are like flip over the body, and they're like, what?
We need
He's
to
like,
examine
"Give me those
him.
gloves, I'm going in." So that conversation happened.
And then right before James goes in, you put your hand across him and you just look at him in the eye and you go, "Just the tip, though."
just James.
Shockingly pink colon.
Danny.
What's up?
A lot of religious leaders claim that the greatest lie ever told was Satan convincing people that he didn't exist.
Yeah?
But I have this theory that the greatest lie ever told is just the tip.
I always felt that like it was always gonna be just an inch because like it sets you up for the amazing the last inch joke. Whereas like it's obviously a lie, but just an inch is like it's measurable.
It's okay. It's just the tip.
Just the tip. I feel like if I looked in there, like there'd be a little anime girl that would pop out and go.
Are we referring to inside Danny's butt?
We might be.
Anime girl.
This is one. This is one small step for man.
You gotta get past the first left to get to the anime girl.
Giant leap for
I
mankind.
should have taken that left at Albuquerque. I've been digging for miles.
Digging for miles through raw sewage on his belly. Does Morgan Freeman narrate the whole thing? He was a very interesting man. Oh man, that's awful.
No.
So let's jump into things, shall we? How's everybody doing today? This fine Saturday.
Only negative 15 degrees today. It was nice.
Oh, love that weather.
Yeah, Austin and I went around walking because it was like 70 outside.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was long sleeve t-shirt and jeans. It was wasn't bad.
I was almost ready for shorts today. It was awesome.
Talk to me at 20 degrees. 20 degrees is shorts weather.
So in the Shawshank Redemption, you know how he keeps all the tool, or he keeps the hole behind like a poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny, do you have like a poster hiding something?
Is it like a picture of Kevin Smith's face?
I wear Batman tidy whities, you see, so it's a bat symbol hiding.
Oh wait, hold on 1 second. I think I have just the thing.
Oh God. Austin's stupid. I hate him. Danny, say something mean about Austin, quick.
He looks like my lesbian aunt.
Oh, he totally does. That's not mean though. That's just true.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Danny,
hey, Austin,
Danny,
how's it going?
Danny, are these what you have?
You see, then you wouldn't know where the target was. It's just one big bat symbol across my ass, and right in the center of it, that's the hidden portal.
Anyway,
You keep a screwdriver in there and a set of chest pieces. Slowly digging away. Sorry, I'm done. You know, on occasion, we talk about nerdy news throughout the week.
Occasionally, but not usually.
The extent of my nerdy news is that I don't know. I don't do things anymore.
I know. You used to be so knowledgeable about these things, but not anymore.
You talked about tabletop stuff. I got you covered, but...
Well, on that note, have you played anything lately? Have you played any video games or any tabletop games of merit mention?
A friend gave me a video game. A good friend of mine gave me a video game that cost $15, and I have yet to play it. And he really wanted to play with me. He's like invited me to play it every day. And I feel like a bad friend. No, it's something you guys don't know. He is he who has the chalk. That is what I call him.
Speaking of you being a bad friend, the other day, I turned on my PS4, and I saw Danny Dyers playing Infamous.
I was playing Infamous.
And I was like, oh, I love that game. The story's not as good as the other ones, but the gameplay is solid.
It is, yeah. But half the fun I have playing that game is just run around in neon mode, really.
Oh, what? 100%. That's the best part of the game, which is why I suggest getting the DLC for it. Like, It's better than the main game if you like the neon stuff.
Neon bitch, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm going to add him to a party, and we can chat while we play video games.
That's better. No, I just got Evan's face, and Austin's tiny in the bottom. That's perfect.
It's where he belongs, in the bottom.
Hello. Can you see me?
Okay, so I sent you a party. I sent you a party invite to chat, and then I waited like 30 minutes playing my games, and then I was like, oh, maybe I didn't send it right, so I sent another one. Just totally ignored. I was like, fuck you, Danny.
Sure. I mean, either I definitely ignored it, which is a firm possibility.
It makes sense.
It's in character, or I had it on pause. And
wait, Danny. You just say it's in character?
Character.
It is in character. When I am playing Daniel Dyer.
I was gonna take it back, but I'd already committed. It's too late.
No, you gotta go with it.
So it'd be in character to do that, and I mean, ultimately, even if you had, it would just be you talking to yourself, because I've got nothing hooked up to this play. I regret buying this PlayStation more than anything else I've ever purchased in my life.
But dude, it comes with the headset.
I mean, maybe did I not open this box all the way?
It's a single headphone with a mic on it for plugging into the controller.
Oh my god. Is that what that's for?
Yeah, that's a headphone and mic.
Oh shit, that's right, there it is.
Yeah. So everyone can talk online on your PS4.
I'm
Merry Christmas.
22, and I am a tiny old man already. I am less able to do things than my dad.
I don't know what this is.
Scared by technology now. Give me my plastics back.
Who let you on this show?
Technology.
Who let him on this show?
Me.
So, Evan, what have you been playing as of recent?
Oh, I've dabbled in a lot of things this week.
Dabbled. Go on.
Yeah, I got back my copy of So recently, PlayStation gave the ability to upgrade your standard account or your minor account into an adult account. Which, when I first got my PS3, I made my original account like a minor account because my dad had already set up the primary account. But then I turned over 18, and it doesn't change. And you weren't able to change it. And if you had a minor account, you couldn't, purchase anything and do all kinds of ridiculous stuff. It was terrible. And they, this week, gave you the ability to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that with my old account. And then I came to a crossroads of, do I just keep on going with my new account? Or do I use my old account? Go back to my old account. And I decided I'm going to stick with my new account because that's what I have on my PS4 and all my PS4 games on. But I still have less trophies on my new account than my old one. And that bugs me. So I've been...
Why?
I don't know, Danny. It's that number in the corner. And also your number is always higher than mine by 1.
I don't even play
that's how
video
Danny
games
does
anymore.
it.
No, you
That's
don't.
how Danny does it. He's
That's
always
what bothers
better.
me.
He's always better by 1.
It's like
when you and
your
Tippy,
grades. With
yeah, it's
Tippy.
like you and Tippy when you were writing papers.
I've spent maybe 45 minutes playing video games in the last week.
Exactly.
And I'm still beating you.
So
Tippy's like, I spent all week writing this paper, and you're like, I worked on it for half an hour this morning, and you would get a better grade on it
by 1%.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she's in college and I'm stuck in North Dakota. So, I mean, who came out better on this one?
I think you, Danny.
That's true.
Because you are Danny.
I am the main character. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to stick with my main account, but it made me angry that I had less trophies in this one. So I went back and picked up my my Walking Dead Telltale game because you get a platinum for playing that. And
that game is awesome.
I was like, I'm going to play through that again. And then I'm playing through Mirror's Edge again because I can play through that game in a couple hours.
Have you played the second, season 2 of The Walking Dead yet?
Not yet, but I'm going to play through the first one and play through the second one.
It's not as good.
That's what I've heard.
Because it makes no fucking sense that a bunch of adults will listen to an 11-year-old. But the chick who does Clem is so strong, you almost don't notice it half the time. It's just this one fucking redhead chick. Where it's every time she opened her fucking mouth, why are you taking these life lessons from an 11-year-old? And then she dies later, and I was really happy.
You're like, that's why, because I'm still alive, bitch.
Get out. Get out.
But so yeah, I've been playing games for trophies now, because just so I don't have to look with such disdain at my old account.
You sad, pitiful man.
Get anything for trophies. I think maybe that's why I always have more. It's I don't notice.
Yeah. Danny, I have 3 platinums that I care about.
Honest to God, do not know what platinum means.
You got the 100% in that game.
Oh, okay. So you know what? All right, fine. Then there's one thing that always bothered me. I played through Walking Dead Season 1, every episode, twice. And Steam refuses to give me like one chapter's trophy. I don't know why. It's like you can't have it, and I don't want the achievement, but I don't want to be denied the achievement.
Exactly. But
I want what
yeah,
I ordered.
I have 3 100% that I care about on my PlayStation, and that is Infamous 1, Infamous 2, and Second Son.
I was gonna guess Batman, but then I remembered all that Riddler shit's in there, and fuck that noise.
And no, I played that on computer.
Yeah.
Did you do the Riddler shit?
No.
Okay. No. I was prepared to be real disappointed. In terms of things I actually have played, FTL, because FTL is the best game ever.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, I haven't really given it much of a try, but everyone who plays it is like, holy shit, this game.
Mostly all I've been doing is Rogue Trader, that tabletop game. And,
really?
Hey, man. Yeah, I slaughtered people because they ruined my best suit, all right? That's how that game works. And yet I was thinking about, like, this is the first character I've ever made in any system ever where I have yet to directly kill someone. And we've been playing this game for like 8 months now.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people have died because of me. Like, a lot of people have died because of me.
That sounds about right. Were you just humping things to death?
So inept at actually killing things that, like, anything beyond one-on-one fight with his laser fire sword of death, I just automatically lose. And over the last couple weeks, I've discovered that I'm the Typhoid Mary of war games, apparently. Because I get into one thing, and then, like, 9 other people get into it because I like, you should do this. So I think I've wasted over $2,000 of other people's money. I'm really proud of that.
Danny, I probably spent $2,000 on Warhammer, and that's all your fault as well. So
I know.
Danny,
just up here. In the last 8 months, I think I've cleared $2,000. What's up?
I think me, Evan, and Zach are all your fault. With Warhammer.
Actually, shit.
All the money.
Zach's the only one that's... yeah, no, definitely you two. And I don't remember how Zach got into it, so...
He was the first one to get in it with you.
That's right. He played his shitty fucking Tau. His terrible sherbet Tau.
And Zach has put more money into this game than any of us.
He's put more money into it than me. I've left the Games Workshop bandwagon. I can't do it anymore.
I can't either. Me and Evan are both out too. We're ready to sell our armies and stuff. Like,
I've been considering it. I'm getting into the SDA now, and that's gonna be fun.
You're like, I have too much money. I need to throw it away.
I like finding ways to do things cheaply. I've decided that my primary hobby is getting other people to waste money on hobbies.
Yes.
But War Machine is fun. I don't know.
Well, it's a little bit more manageable.
8 hours.
It's a lot smaller. You don't have to buy as many
It's a lot smaller. It's faster, and now that I actually have a job and I'm an adult or something, that means something.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
And Nick plays it, and we gamble sex stuff on it, so that's always fun.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've been playing this week. I've been playing a little Destiny and being disappointed again.
How is that? I've heard nothing but disappointing things about
it. That's exactly what it is, Danny. It's extremely disappointing.
It's extremely.
Like it was just lies forever.
Well, it was basically like they fired a bunch of people, and so they weren't and their budget got cut, and ownership it changed hands, and so basically it was half finished.
My favorite thing about Destiny, which is I really enjoy this, and that is that Austin claimed it was such a wonderful game for like 4 months.
I wanted to believe.
He wanted to like it so bad. He kept being like, "No, guys, I'm serious. It's really good." And then like one day he came to me.
Same thing with the Matrix sequels.
He came to me and he was just like, "Evan, Destiny's not good."
Basically.
I was like, "I know, Austin. I know."
I mean, basically what it is they have a great like story setup. They have a pretty decent looking game. The actual mechanics are good, but there's nothing there. There's no content. Like
I
it's the
feel
same
like
level over and over again.
I'm actually really happy this game failed because I feel like the universe has finally balanced the fact that I pre-ordered Haze on your recommendation.
I was just telling Evan about that the other day. We were at a store, a used game store, and I saw a copy there, and I was like, "Hey Evan, I made Danny buy this."
It looked so fun, and
It did.
I wanted it to be good so badly,
I know, me
and
too.
it just wasn't.
It wasn't. It was bad. It was just bad, and I was so upset. I was so disappointed. But yeah, so I played that today. I downloaded the demo of the Pokemon Omega Ruby and something Sapphire,
Alpha Sapphire,
Alpha
and Omega. You know.
Yeah, and those those seem interesting, so I'll probably get those because I've been waiting to pick those up.
I swear it's just because I didn't get into it early enough because my parents. I mean, I'm not gonna say we're poor, but we're wise enough not to buy me Pokemon. I don't have the rose-colored glasses that everybody else has. I try to play Pokemon, and it's like this is all the bad parts of the JRPGs that I don't play because they also suck.
No, you're right. I just love them. I just love them. I mean, you can see on the shelf behind me all my Pokemon things.
I mean, I recognize two things:
a Pokeball and a Blastoise.
Squirtle.
There's a Squirtle, a Blastoise.
Blastoise in there. All right,
there's a Plusle.
Fucking red one because it was in Super Smash Brothers, right next to the Blastoise.
I think that's it.
Wait,
I think
Danny,
Squirtle and the Pokeball.
What's the name of that Pokemon?
The fucking red one, I guess.
Well,
it's got triangles. I assume triangles worked in the name somehow.
Triangles.
There's no triangles on it.
Triangles work into the name.
And you know exactly what you're talking about. Like, the version of it that exists in your mind is so close and yet not quite right.
Who's that Pokemon? Danny, I want to play that with you. Because it might actually be fun. Who's that Pokemon?
We need to play Who's That Pokemon with Danny.
Yeah. He's just going to be like, I don't know, dicks with claws.
My favorite one was the Who's That Pokemon? And it was like Voltorb, and it's like, it's Electrode. And he's just like, fuck you.
The one that I loved was, Who's That Pokemon? It was looked like Voltorb. It was Jigglypuff from the top down.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Oh, I love that.
The only thing that's ever really kept me interested in Pokemon, and really it's the same thing, is like the creepypastas that some of the really good people will make up a Pokemon, and Evan's fucked up theories about Pokemon.
Yeah. Those are the most interesting about things.
But the world fell apart and then was rebuilt with super science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally I was playing
Bless you.
Thank you. I'm trying to move the mic away. Click that down.
I was playing Elite Dangerous tonight with Evan, and that was an amazing experience.
Danny, Elite Dangerous is something you might like.
You would actually probably really like it.
It's have you heard of Euro Truck Simulator?
No, I have not.
Have you ever watched Ice Road Truckers?
I have seen a commercial, so yes, I can say I've seen that.
You know, the premise is like sitting in a cab for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
Minimum. There is a game called Euro Truck Simulator.
Well, I think it's just called Truck Simulator, but it's a Euro game.
It takes place in Europe.
Oh, okay.
Because you do the main trucking routes in Europe, and you just sit behind your computer and pretend that you're driving a truck.
Yeah.
Can you like Theft Auto on people? Do you just automatically fail if you get in a horrible crash?
Yeah.
No,
do anything besides drive your truck.
It's literally a driving simulator.
Drive your truck from one place to another, and it can take like 12 hours.
And you pick up missions like at stops. Like you go to truck stops, fill up gas, and food.
Are you transporting drugs? I mean,
no,
Danny,
it's just generic goods. Like,
so this game, Elite Dangerous, is basically once you really get into playing it, it's basically that,
But in
it's space. And I heard someone describe it like that, and I immediately went, I want to play that. It's like truck simulator. I'm like, that sounds like garbage. And then they're like in space, and I was like, oh, yes.
Or like Star Citizen or something. I don't know.
It's
There's a bunch of games
basically
where you
basically Star Citizen, but you can't
stare at the void for 9
but
hours.
you can't get out of your ship.
Yeah.
Um,
It's Star Citizen,
so
but you're in the
you
ship.
can go to you land in space stations. You get missions. You can go be a pirate. You can be a mercenary. You can go be an explorer, or you can be a trucker or whatever. But like, so you can set goals for yourself and have like a greater mission going on. But when it really comes down to it, the whole game is just kind of like, I'm gonna go there, and then you go there for the next 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a game I have actually played for more than an hour. Fucking Besieged. Besiege. Have you guys not seen this?
I vaguely remember
the name, but
okay, it's
I vaguely remember it.
The best review I saw, and this really sums up my experience with the game too, is tried to build a trebuchet that threw a bomb, built a bomb that threw a trebuchet.
That's right. I remember that.
Pretty much all you do is you try to build these stupid, retarded siege engine death traps to destroy whatever it is, and then watch them fail spectacularly. My favorite was I built this like merry-go-round of death. It's like 4 wheels, so it could just go forward, and then another wheel on a piston that was like horizontal to the ground, so I slammed it, and the whole thing would just start spinning. It was just swords and fire. And I tried to get it to work, so I ran it to a bunch of dudes, started it spinning, and I got half a rotation in, and the entire thing collapsed, caught on fire, and exploded.
Da Vinci is in awe of you.
Yeah, Da Vinci's just like, this guy.
Why didn't I think of that?
This guy knows where it's at. Screw my shit. This guy.
He had like that tank, and he's like, I am a fool. I have spinning sword fire tank.
He's like drawing it all fancily. He looks over at Danny's like contraption of evil, and then he just crosses it out and crumples it up and throws it away and goes cries in the corner.
He gives up on technology altogether. He's just like, I can never be as genius.
I'll never be as good as him.
And then he goes and gets a pizza.
Yeah.
Because he's Italian.
Yeah.
The only meal Italians have, yeah.
The only one.
The only one. That's all there is. You got the breakfast pizza, the lunch pizza, and the dinner pizza. That's it.
So we can cross the Italians off with the Germans.
All right. Well, I think this is a good time to jump into news for us today.
Aquaman looks pretty cool, but he's not what Aquaman should look like.
Is Aquaman the guy who plays
Drogo?
Is that? I thought he was the fucking King Dwarf from The Hobbit. He
looked like Drogo. It's called Drogo, and he's gonna play it like Khal Drogo. It's gonna be Khal Drogo, King of the Ocean.
Yeah.
I think the only reason Khal Drogo worked, based on the Conan movie I didn't see, but we'll judge anyway.
I love that movie.
Is because he did not speak English in all of the Game of Thrones.
Okay, Danny. In the Conan movie, you didn't see that you judge anyway. So,
I might have watched it while doing something else. I'm not sure.
In the best Conan movie, where he says, "What is good in life?"
Yes.
This movie has an attempt at that line that I feel comes pretty close.
Yeah.
Someone says, like, Conan, how are you satisfied or something like that? And he just goes, I live, I love, and I slaughter, and I'm content. And I was just like, that's the best line ever.
Yeah, I know.
The reason Conan didn't work is because he didn't have a beard. He has to have a beard at all times.
That's true.
And he has a beard as Aquaman, which is good.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, he's still fucking Aquaman, so who cares? But
me. But that's it.
Yeah. Have you seen Evan's Aquaman shoes?
Aquaman. Oh, by the way, Evan, speaking of shoes, I have, like, after years of envying you, I at long last own moccasins, and it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Wait, what?
Yeah, moccasins. What? I have envied your moccasins for years. You have always had moccasins. I'm just disappointed. I'm the only one that ever noticed and really. Yep, that's gay.
There, it is my favorite shoe ever.
Yep, that's good.
I got them on sale because no one wanted them.
It's Aquaman.
Dude, Aquaman's amazing. The new comics have
get that.
really recreated him, and it's great. But I think that they're clearly going to play off of the Justice League animated series version of Aquaman, which I was never a big fan of. But
I liked that Aquaman.
But yeah, a lot of people like him, and he's more generally like.
I mean, like compared to if I had to pick an Aquaman that I liked, because he's the only one who I've ever actually seen anything of, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, he's not the Justice Friends Aquaman, which is what really ruined Aquaman. Not the whales. No.
I can't decide if I'm like really shallow because I hated Hot Girl before she took her mask off, but then after she took her mask off for JLU and she was really hot, I really thought she was awesome.
Okay.
Well, sure. Her character is more interesting in JLU.
When she takes off the mask, like actually, the change in her character to make her far more interesting does kind of correlate with that.
Yeah.
And so I'd say no, but that doesn't mean you're not shallow.
Yeah, I think you're shallow for other reasons, Danny.
Aren't we all?
Wonder Woman always sucked.
Wonder Woman sucks in that show. She's really not good.
I want to believe Wonder Woman can be good in something, but I have yet to be proven in that way.
Also, her current comics are really cool because they go with a really hardcore like Greek myth spin, and like she's going around like eventually she becomes the new god of war and is like super badass. And it's all like
40 books into the New 52, and she's already a god. They're not even 40. Well,
she's already the she's Zeus's daughter now. So she was already a demigod, and then she like kills Ares or something and takes his place.
Huh? Are they like now like getting rid of the New 52 or something? I thought I heard about that.
No,
no.
Yeah, I have not kept up with comics. Considering like the only time I ever actually read comics is when I'm in a Barnes and Noble.
It sounds like you haven't kept up on anything that we care about, Danny.
It's okay.
I play war games. And
okay, Danny.
That's it. I like being around people, and that's like this issue video games have been cropping up with it. Like you can't be around people and play video games anymore.
You know what Danny kept up on that we care about? Danny.
I did. Get the and me.
This is a sweet moment right here.
And got tired of spending $60 on video games that I've beaten 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Don't buy the.
That being said, I've spent like 20-something hours into Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm in the second to last mission, and I'm probably never going to beat that game. And
I've done that so many times. I have like 5 games that I am like a couple hours away from beating, and I just never touch them again.
I think it was just my disappointment with the pacing of the game, because like I looked up like, wait, I'm this close to the end. Like nothing's leading up to this. Fuck this.
Today, I made a purchase of a game that I'm quite excited about and will be playing as soon as we get off of this.
What's that?
Star Wars.
As soon as we get off, Danny.
Yeah, as soon as we get off.
Let's get off, Danny.
It's Episode 1, Battle for Naboo, for the N64.
Wow, I did not know that was a thing.
Yes.
Wow.
It's an amazing game.
Only Battle for Naboo I've ever had was like the weirdly sexual thrill of killing Gungans in like Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Well, we all get a kick out of killing Gungans. They need to mod Call of Duty when you go to the airport and shoot everybody.
Zombie mode should just replace with Gungans.
They should just replace everything with Gungans. Just shooting Gungans.
Oh, speaking of Battlefront, the third one's happening. It's actually happening.
That?
I mean, I knew that.
It's been a thing for a while, Danny.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did the trailer.
Yeah. It doesn't show like hardly anything.
I honestly I don't have a cable. I just use the internet to watch Netflix. So yeah, I have no idea what's happening until it's already happened.
Yeah.
It's okay, Danny. We forgive you. That's why you should listen to our podcast more.
Yeah. If I am in it more, then yes, I will definitely listen to it more.
Yeah, James was really sad that he couldn't be here the day that you are here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not doing like shit next week either, so
Yeah, we're trying to get that to line up correctly sometime.
right on.
But yeah.
Oh, Snowpiercer. Y'all seen that shit?
Not yet. It's in my queue. I've been meaning to watch it, haven't gotten around to it. I'm very excited for it.
It's really depressing, but it is awesome. But the whole time, I really just wanted other. I was watching the movie like, why couldn't you have been in other movies that were more famous than this that I would have liked more?
Captain America. Come on.
Actually, that was Captain America.
Yeah.
You didn't
Come on,
realize
Danny.
that was Captain America.
I was distracted by his amazing hobo beard.
Okay, so Danny, funny story about his hobo beard. Tidbit of knowledge for you folks out there. In the scene after the credits of the Avengers where they're sitting in the shawarma place,
Yeah.
all of them all look tired. He's got his face resting on his hand. It's
Yeah.
because they filmed that scene months after they finished shooting. So he was growing the beard for Snowpiercer, and he didn't want to shave it. So they had him put his hand up and hide the beard.
That movie's even better now that I don't know it wasn't some sort of horrible prop beard.
No, that's his actual beard. He grows a
beard
really
looked
nice
real.
beard.
Yes, the beard looked unreal. It was amazing.
Chris Evans is just
Perfect.
damn.
Beautiful man. It's a beautiful man.
Someone needs to find a way to crossbreed Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth and create ultimate Chris.
Chris Hemsworth. I feel like I should know that name.
It's Thor.
Oh yeah, but
Thor and Captain America.
Chris Pratt has supplanted Thor as the most beautiful Avenger. Yes, I'm committing to it. I see that look. I'm committing to it.
What?
Chris Pratt has supplanted Chris Hemsworth.
Pratt.
Yeah,
more attractive than Chris Hemsworth.
Star-Lord is more attractive than Thor.
No. No.
Can we just
I'm
acknowledge
sorry,
for a second that there's 3 Chris's in the Marvelverse that are like main characters?
I think that maybe it's just me, but I'm not shallow. I'll fuck a personality.
Danny, this isn't about that. I think I don't know what to say to you, Danny.
I mean, he's got that shot of him.
I'm about to start sending you beautiful pictures of Chris Hemsworth.
But Chris Hemsworth was in that shit with Kristen Stewart, and it was not the Red Dawn I wanted, and just everything else that he's done is bad because of that.
Danny, you already have the Red Dawn that you wanted.
I wanted it twice.
Then watch it twice. It's worth it.
Danny, speaking of North Korea, have you seen The Interview yet?
I have seen The Interview.
What do you think?
I mean, it was good.
It was so stupid.
Austin and I are the biggest Seth Rogen fans in the world.
We are.
Yeah.
And I saw that movie and I was like, that is for sure their dumbest movie ever.
Oh, it is definitely the dumbest movie.
But
and
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
Their portrayal of I want to say Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Like probably my favorite idea of what a world dictator should be.
Oh yeah,
100%. But I think I was talking with Austin earlier today. I was like, I think my favorite line in that movie is where they're playing Firework, and he starts to cry on the TV, and like the father watching it is just like, he's clearly lying. He clearly loves that song.
No, I don't like that.
No, I don't like the song. It's so dumb. And every time someone says anything about being jealous, all I can think is they hate us because they ain't us.
They hate
Speaking
us
of
'cause
anuses.
they ain't us.
Haven't we done enough of that yet?
Speaking of anuses, y'all seen The Kingsman yet?
Not yet.
No.
Oh, dude.
It
ends with anal. It ends with anal. If that doesn't sell a ticket, I don't know what.
Well, 50 Shades of Grey did draw a crowd.
I have not seen that movie. I wish I could say yet, but I don't think I'm going to. I like my porn with like at least 5 dicks in it, and I don't think that will.
What? What? That was a thing, Danny.
I've look. If it's not a gangbang, it's just boring, as we all know, as we can all agree.
9 out of 10 people do enjoy it.
And I'm gonna edit this out.
It's funny because Austin's claiming to edit the podcast.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you take this out, I spent this whole time being not funny. Shit, I've lost my train of thought.
I don't know. Kingsman ended with anal.
Oh yeah, anal.
Also, 50 Shades of Grey is an abomination. Don't.
Eh,
No, it's
I
bad
don't-
for moral reasons.
a lot of things are bad for moral reasons. I still
Not Red
can't.
Dawn. Red Dawn is good for
Clearly not. You can't trust Russians. That is what you take away from that movie.
all. Not.
You can't trust Russians or South Americans, apparently.
Oh, those
But
guys
because
are.
of Russians.
Yeah. That's what. That's what Uncharted 1 taught me.
But it's got this one fight scene. It's the only fight scene where I've really the only time in any movie where you've made me feel bad for the Westboro Baptist Church. And
What does?
the Kingsman again. It's
Really?
I mean I don't want to.
I want to.
I mean it involves a lot of them dying, but
Good.
it's just like it's clearly the Westboro Baptist Church. And this one's like super secret agent dude, and he ends up killing all of them, and it's just so horribly one-sided. I'm like I know I shouldn't like feel bad for you people, but damn, this is unfair.
Do you guys remember the tight pants music video with like the woman wearing the really tight jogging suit and dancing around with gnomes and shit in the forest?
No.
I never seen that.
You've not seen that?
Nope.
Oh, I love that so much. It's such a ridiculous video. But someone posted it to a page today, and I just saw a comment underneath it that just says Satan works in mysterious ways.
Speaking of Dark Lord, I finally saw the Dark Dungeon movie. Well, look, short thing by Zombie Orpheus.
I
You
haven't
not seen that,
it.
dude?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's you know Zombie Orpheus. They did
Yes,
Dark
yes.
Dungeon. Yeah.
I am a big fan of Zombie Orpheus.
It's pretty much, I mean, except for like the last quarter of it, line for line, that fucking Blackleaf No comic, and it is brilliant.
I love that.
So I saw.
I want to go back and read the comic because apparently there's some like really heavy lesbian vibes that I just didn't pick up on the first time.
Danny, lesbian vibes you didn't pick up on?
I'm
Yeah, you
disappointed.
even
I mean,
picked up on the lesbian vibe in my haircut.
You picked up on the lesbian vibe and things that don't exist. It's
I'm sorry. You look like a middle-aged lesbian. So whenever you take a picture of yourself, Austin,
I know.
you're so
I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing. It's just true.
So Danny, I'm sending you a link right now to a music video I found the other day. It's by kind of an indie band called Big Data, but the music video for it is like the two band members are trying to come up with an advertising campaign for their shoe for their
and
band.
then they fuck.
No, they're like, it's better than that. They're inspired by like prison testing, and like one dude like bashes another dude's head open with his head, and they're like, let's have sexy women do that to each other.
What?
And so it's these two women in like jogging outfits, jogging in the shoes, being sexy, and then they start killing people by headbutting them to death. And then it ends with them making out all bloody.
Austin, that's terrible.
No,
Why would
it's
you like that?
fantastic.
You're a terrible person.
No, you'll like that, Danny.
All right.
Danny,
It's just the most weird
that?
video.
you know. Okay. That's okay. This is the game that I've been playing that I need to talk about is Shovel Knight.
Yes,
That is
you've
some
been
beautiful
playing it
stuff.
nonstop.
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight.
Danny, do you know of Shovel Knight?
I've heard of it,
It's
but I've
a
never actually seen any gameplay or anything like
very classic NES style platformer where you play a knight whose weapon is a shovel.
that. Yep.
And
Concise naming, I can get behind that.
it is very good. And it's quirky and funny, and the gameplay is super tight, and it's so good. Like everything about it is wonderful, and it's the classic NES like difficulty in some parts where it's just really hard, but like your save you usually have a save point like pretty close by, so although the challenge is great, you never set back that far, which I really appreciate. And it is a great game. So
Right on.
and then I also picked up Majora's Mask, which you should also look into, Danny, if you still have a 3DS.
Somewhere. I mean,
Shovel
I am
Knight I picked
sure
up
it is
on
in my
3DS.
house. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's in my house. I have not touched it in months.
Yeah, well,
I take it back. The PS4 is the thing I second most regret buying.
you're so wrong. The 3DS is the best thing ever.
I love
I-
my 3DS like a
the-
baby.
Only reason that I think that that thing might have been a good purchase was the fact that I managed to find a copy of Phoenix Wright, and that's really it.
Objection.
Yep.
Objection!
I didn't even beat that, and I wish I could have beaten Fire Emblem, but ultimately the lack of feet has got to me too much, and I
Well,
couldn't do
Danny,
it.
good news. I'm so glad I get to break this to someone. There's another Fire Emblem coming out, and they
Do
have,
they have
feet.
feet?
They have feet.
Do they have eugenics still? Because that also like
That whole game is an experiment in eugenics, and like it bothers me. So
I got to this
much.
point where I couldn't play the game anymore because I couldn't figure out who I wanted to have sex with.
You needed to mate your humans to create purer breeds.
It was this whole horrible analysis paralysis thing. Like, I can't. The game is not even the primary focus anymore. It's how am I breeding these people?
It's so bad.
Okay,
Oh, but
so
it has
is
the
there...
worst name ever. It's called Fire Emblem If.
Oh, no. That's awful.
I don't know if
That's
I could have thought of
awful
something
name.
worse than that.
Japan sure knows how to name things.
That's an awful name.
They
Maybe
do have
Japan
Metal
sounds
Gear
really-
Solid Rising Revengeance. So
Okay, so yeah, that's brilliant. If it was Fire Emblem, I don't know.
Again?
new
Yeah, Fire Emblem. New. Ooh.
again.
New U-E.
Fire Emblem, 565 turns later.
A guide died. Time to start over.
My wasted childhood is littered with moments like that. It was it was real embarrassing. Like I've only ever beaten one Fire Emblem, which I think is the sum total of Japanese games I've ever actually beaten. And it's like it would play through how many turns you took on each level. And it's like 20 turns, 15, 30, 435, 20.
It's ridiculous.
So was there any other news today?
I don't think so. Not that I can think of, but let me do a quick check. See what's trending right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was
Kim
any.
Jong-un debuts new hairstyle. Oh, he looks very fashionable now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Just so you guys know, Kim Jong-un is looking sexy. He's one eligible bachelor. Ladies.
If you're being honest, if you were like pretty sure he wouldn't kill you, would you not marry him?
Yeah, I would not.
You could be a god. I mean, that'd be fun.
And you could listen to Katy Perry in his tank all day?
Yes. Drive the tank over people, you know.
James Franco would come over and hang out. And Dennis Rodman. Dennis
That
Rodman!
kind of shit like happens. That's weird. Like, there's this whole weird tradition of third world dictators just hiring American famous people to hang out with them for a while.
Yeah. No,
And, it's like every 7 years that shit comes to light, and like they donate a bunch of money. Like, it doesn't change the fact that you hung out with Saddam Hussein, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I love. Did you see the movie, the Sacha Baron Cohen movie, where he was the dictator? It was called the Dictator, and it starts.
I did.
It starts off with the scene where
he
he pays like.
That is the most like I don't know why I was so funny. That is the most reasonable review of his movies. Because most people would be like, "Oh, they're offensive. I hate them," or "Oh, they're the funniest thing ever." Ah! And you're like, "Find them." What was it?
Unfocused.
Focused. Like they could use to be cut down a little bit. Maybe have a writer
Some
come
tweaking.
in, double check it. You know?
No. Well, my point was that there's the scene at the beginning where he's paying, what is it? Crap, what's her name? The fox lady.
The Jew chick?
I don't know. Is she Jewish?
Check the Jews.
No, the chick from Transformers. Megan Fox.
Which Transform?
Megan Fox.
Oh yeah.
He's paying Megan Fox for sex, and then he like takes a picture of her, and then he puts it up on the wall, and it's just all these celebrities that he's paid to have sex with him.
You know, the first time I ever watched Borat, it was with my grandma in a movie theater.
That must have been awkward.
Well,
See, my grandma's awesome, so she thought the shit was hilarious.
well, the first time
I forgot. This is your family we're talking about.
good times. Cat. Okay.
I got rid of my cat.
Oh, I just got a cat.
Didn't
Okay.
you have a dog? I
That's
thought you had a dog.
that's not like I do have a dog.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Her name is Echo, and she is awesome and retarded.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not to like potentially make this a huge genre, but I've been meaning to ask this for forever. What happened to Jack? Did Jack just never come back?
Oh yeah, he ran out of the house, and like he would escape all the time, and like
Yeah, I
come back
remember.
within a day.
Yeah.
But this time he ran out late at night. No one noticed him escape, so
Yeah.
we didn't know to look for him. And then it snowed like 2 feet that day, and like yeah, he just never came back. We couldn't find him.
Yeah.
I honestly doubt he died. It's -20 out here, and I saw a cat running around outside. Not like,
Yeah, but we also had coyotes, and he just got lost. I don't know.
Yeah.
fair enough.
But
All
yeah,
right.
so that happened.
I'm glad I brought that down that hard.
It's good.
Way to bring
It's okay,
bring
'cause
down
now
everything,
I have
Danny.
a wonderful kitty that's even nicer than Jack.
I have decided that I hate cats, and that cats are terrible, and I only want dogs now.
That is a perfectly fair thing to say.
Now all
I mean-
the cat lovers hate us.
That cat pride. That cat. I will take one Warhammer miniature over my cat any day of the week, and she started knocking my shit around.
Oh, okay, Danny, Warhammer, real quick.
Yeah.
Has the Necron Codex come out?
Fucking probably. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. But so I was in Ancient Wonders, the local game store, and I was looking at the Warhammer minis, and I saw the new Necron Overlord figure,
Yeah.
and holy shit, it's bitching.
I
He's
mean,
got he's holding out the res orb, and he's got this giant glowing scythe in the other hand, and like super cool. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. How much? It's like $30. And like earlier I was looking at an entire game system book for like
Yeah.
$40. And I was like, oh yeah, that's why I don't play Warhammer.
yeah. I mean, like, I will never say that Games Workshop's models aren't on point, because that shit is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good.
Y'all think 40K's got it? No. Like fantasy, like you look at the fantasy models, and you can tell 40K is a job to have those desires. And fantasy is what they actually like doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could even live with the price, honestly. If the shit was balanced, I would have no complaints.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so cool. It's got like a big cape and shit.
If I'm being honest, like, I'm considering selling my fucking Space Marines at this point. I don't know.
I feel like you have to
Okay.
keep at least one. You need to keep Luigi, at least his principal.
Alas, Luigi has been stripped and repainted. I don't know which guy he is anymore.
I know, and
Danny.
it's awful.
Luigi, Defender of the Belly Button, is gone.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Danny, I'm going to be sending you links throughout this. You probably
Okay.
shouldn't like watch them now or anything. Like I just sent you Fire Emblem, and I'm sending you the new Necron Overlord.
I
because-
just thought of
I'm
a.
gonna look at that guy.
I
Yeah.
just thought of a
Thank
news story that Danny might be interested in.
What up?
Earlier this week, a small little game
Oh,
for
shit, that is
iOS.
gorgeous.
was coming out. It's called Fortress Fallout, and Bethesda then proceeded to sue them the next day for the name Fallout they claimed was infringing
That's a
on
word.
Yeah, they were claiming that it was infringing on their game title. And so the iOS companies, being that it was like 2 people, they could not stand against Bethesda, and so they caved and are renaming their game.
I mean, bummer for them. I'm still definitely going to buy Fallout 4, but I'll feel slightly less good about it.
So I totally understand this. Like, legally, they had every right. It's another video game with the name Fallout in it that, like,
oh, man.
If I saw Fortress Fallout video game, my first thought would be like, whoa, is there a weird Fallout game?
But it's on iOS.
Like,
it's not even like a video game.
Yeah, and Austin, every single video game these days comes with an iOS game along with it.
Fortresses are not part of the Fallout experience. Shitty, dilapidated houses are part of the Fallout experience.
I don't know, doesn't the Brotherhood of Steel have a pretty nice fortress setup?
In, like, one of the games.
This is our Fortress of Fallout.
If only
it's like Fallout 3, they got a fortress. In, like, 1 and 2, it's crappy bunkers in the middle of the wasteland, and in New Vegas, it's back to crappy bunkers in the middle of the wasteland.
So, Danny, you know that Fallout 4 is, like, going to be announced this summer, right?
I'll believe it when I own it.
Bethesda is actually doing an entire E3 press conference, which they have never done before this year. And so you know that they have a ton of shit to announce.
I'm totally just hoping that they don't do anything. Like, it's just going to be a pile of crap. They're going to be like, wasn't last year great, guys? Let's go back and look at all of it again.
Come on. I want Bethesda to come on, and then Gabe Newell to come on and just announce Team Fortress hats so that everybody's disappointed.
Yes, more Team Fortress hats. At the
very end of Bethesda, they're like, this has nothing to do with us, but we thought you gamers would enjoy it. So here's Gabe Newell to announce something very special. And everyone's like, oh my God.
You can now have a Pit Boy for your Team Fortress 2 character.
Yeah. People would like kill themselves in the audience. They would just, no. That would be great.
I just want to believe so hard that game will. I think like shit like that is one of the reasons I don't play video games as much anymore. The ones I want to play don't exist yet.
Yeah.
The other day, I saw like messages from Gabe Newell where he was just like talking about how all the people making fun of him, sometimes it gets to him. And one of them was the worth the wait, and weight is spelled like heavy weight. And he's like, that one's not nice.
You know what? I will feel sympathy for you, Mr. Gabe, the moment you release a third game.
Yeah. Anything. He's got so many games he could release a third of.
They're all at 2. They're all at 2.
That's not
I feel it's deliberate, and I respect him for it if it's deliberate, because that's really funny. But
it was one thing when it was just Half-Life, but now it's Left 4 Dead, it's
Portal, and Left 4 Dead.
It's
Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress. It's everything.
2.
It's everything.
Also. Yeah, but Half-Life isn't an episode, or isn't at 2. It's at 2, episode 2.
Which is even worse. Especially with the whole, don't worry guys, we're going to release an episode like every 4 months until Half-Life 3 comes out.
And then like years pass.
7 years later.
Like I can't like even think they're even working on it anymore, because why bother? You own Steam. You own the best way to buy video games. Why even bother making them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He's
totally not paying me to say that.
Speaking of games that nobody's working on, but maybe they are, the what is it? The Shadows of the Colossus game.
Last Guardian.
Last Guardian.
The domain name for the lastguardian.com or whatever. They lost control of. They gave up control of, and everyone was like, "It's canceled! Oh my God!" And then Sony came out and they were like, "It's not canceled. We're still working on it." And we're like, "You skipped an entire console generation. How are you still working on one game?"
That they announced in like 2010. They announced it in
Yeah.
2010.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like 5 years.
I can't get hyped about that shit anymore because it's always disappointing. It's just always sad now.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone just keeps expecting the next one to be that this is going to be the good one. Never is.
Yeah. Okay.
I got Indian food burps.
Indian food burps are delicious.
They give me the
So, y'all
heartburn.
What?
Like D&D and shit anymore?
Yeah, I just ran a game this Friday.
You should tell him
Yeah.
about it. It's pretty cool.
I don't want to tell D&D stories on a podcast. That's ridiculous.
Oh, he doesn't want his players to hear.
I made some players kill a guy who was trying to stop a demon because they thought he was trying to summon a demon. So it's their fault that the demon got out.
Did you make them? Like, did you give them the right hints, or did you give them the opportunity to find a clue? Or
Yeah,
No, it was really good. It was really good.
it was pretty well done.
All right.
If I do say so myself.
I'd say he did a pretty good job with it.
the character that I've been playing, Jacques Pierre Loxon. I thought at first he's an amazing character. He's the best character I've ever played. And as the game's gone, like I made myself rich with no morals, and I'm not even trying with this guy. And he's the most fun I've ever had playing TNT and anything like that. It's bad. What the fuck are you doing, Evan? I can't tell a horrible gaming stories without you on screen.
Sorry.
Let's just disappear. Just,
Oh no. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not.
I
I'm
think-
telling you, I'm doing the same thing. I don't have
I
a camera.
think Danny is right now on a call with the penguin wearing a combat helmet.
just here you go, Danny. You can talk with him now.
Thank you, Darth Helm.
Wah.
There
Wah.
are other
Danny.
people that are listening to this. What's up?
Who is the worst video game character of all time?
Oh,
No, let's narrow this down. Who is the worst Nintendo character of all time? Just you can reach into the depths of Nintendo characters, but like
of who bugs me worse, or who's just a shitty character?
just any of them.
Link.
Link,
Just
because he isn't a character.
pretty much. He's got nothing.
He's got nothing.
Yeah, but as far as who bugs me the most,
Yeah, that one.
Mario, because he won't just die already.
See, my choice is always Waluigi.
Evan hates
No, Waluigi's
Waluigi.
the shit. Waluigi's the shit.
Waluigi's the most garbage thing to ever exist.
He's the best.
But I've gone over this on this podcast at least twice.
Any game that I have ever played, like Mario Tennis, Mario Party, Mario anything.
I like how
I
you
am
start with
Waluigi.
Mario Tennis.
That's because that is the game that introduced Waluigi.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever played him, and he was the shit because his reach was insane.
Wow.
Like Mario and Luigi were like, we're gonna play tennis together, and then Daisy and Peach were like, we'll play tennis together. And like Bowser and someone, I can't remember, they were like, we'll play tennis together.
I want to say it was Boo.
And then Wario's like, oh. And then some guy in the audience walks out wearing a hat with an upside down L on it. It's just like, wah. And they're like,
Wah.
And
It's real hard to actually name a bad Nintendo character because they got no characters basically.
no,
They got cardboard
they're
cutouts.
more
Like,
like-
show to them.
They're like icons more than characters.
Yeah.
followed by Trico and then
Trico.
Trico.
No.
It's a Pokemon. It's the
Trico
worst
is the
Pokemon.
worst Pokemon there's ever been.
Danny, how do you feel about Boba Fett being a bitch?
Wait. Why is he a bitch now? I got to know the
If you
context.
look at Boba Fett's accomplishments in official canon.
What? Like the new official canon?
Official canon, Danny.
All right.
Boba Fett's a bitch.
Didn't he do some cool shit in the Clone Wars animated series?
As a little baby kid, a tiny bit.
Okay.
But
he bleeds the
basically, what he did was he bombed the hell out of a couple of farmers. Fan theory.
I support that.
That's not even technically true. He he captures Han Solo, kind of.
He's given
Like
Han Solo.
He's there when Han Solo is
he,
captured. Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't really do anything. He just gives Han Solo to Jabba,
Yeah.
and then like Han Solo's blind and knocks him into the Sarlacc pit, and he dies.
You know, the
On
man is
accident.
able to just like rep himself so hard that everyone's fucking terrified of him. So I gotta respect that.
Boba Fett? Where's Boba Fett?
Well, I love the new theory that's circulating around now that Evan was telling me the other day, is that Boba Fett is not even going to be Boba Fett anymore. That's Boba Fett probably died a long time ago and somebody else put on his costume.
The kid died and the name is a title now, and it's passed on to someone else, so that way the guy in the original trilogy is cool still.
So it's like the Mandalore or some shit like that.
Kind of, yeah. It would be ripping from that.
You know, speaking of shit like that, I actually like watching the Star Wars, Clone Wars shit. I am okay with the Mandalorians being peaceniks.
Well, dude, if you watch all of the Clone Wars, it's totally explained.
Well, yeah, why they became peaceniks, I never really got. But
yeah, but there's the fact that there's still like a faction of them that are like, no, screw that, we're still a warring, awesome badasses.
And they still lose because I think the Empire ends up killing a bunch of them at some point.
No, because Darth Maul takes over and is a badass.
Yeah, that's like one of the most sadly unresolved plot lines ever, because then he just gets bitched by the Emperor and he's like, I have plans for you, and then nothing.
They did a comic
that
book
was released that added one more episode to that storyline, but did not complete it.
Yeah.
That's fucking useful.
Yeah, I read that comic. It was pretty awesome, but it made me very upset when I finished it.
Yeah, so basically they gave you like a little bit more, and then they're like, nope, that's it, that's all you get.
It's because they had all the episodes written, basically, to finish that storyline. Well, it got canceled, and they weren't able to make them.
I don't get like the Star Wars squeamishness with actually killing people, because like nobody dies.
Okay, spoilers for Star Wars Rebels. Anyone listening, real quick, just a couple seconds.
The main character has horrible hair, and it's really difficult for me to move beyond that.
That's true. But so in like the latest scene, Admiral Tarkin at this point, Moff.
Is he not a Moff yet?
He's Moff.
No, at least be a Moff.
He's not a Grand Moff. Though.
Is he Grand Moff?
He's not. He couldn't be.
He might be a Grand Moff
already.
Yeah, because he becomes Grand Moff at the end of the book, which takes place probably before Rebels.
Are they dropping books now? I thought like
yeah, there are 2 books out.
Oh, right
on. And the next one comes out like later this month or next month.
Okay,
and then the next one in April.
Question: Are these like post episode 6 books or?
No, the first book is a prequel to the show Rebels. The second book is Tarkin, and it tells his story of like him growing up and all that.
I'm really curious what direction they're going to take all this, because
Tarkin is pretty cool. The next book to come out, I believe, is Dark Lords, which is Vader and the Emperor get abandoned somewhere, and they have to like fight for their survival together.
While a cool concept, I mean, if that actually happened, no wonder the fucking rebellion won.
Yeah, not much like. I don't know what's happening there.
Isn't there a Princess Leia book?
That's a comic series that's coming out currently.
Oh, it's a comic series, okay.
You were saying something, though. Let's get to that real quick.
Then the last book that I'm paying attention to is Luke Skywalker between episode 4 and 5 from first person.
Shit, what happens?
I'm very excited for that.
Isn't there only like 6 months between episode 4 and 5?
Yeah, something like that. But he gets a lot better at the
Force. A lot of time. All right, I guess.
It's when he really becomes a Jedi.
I'm interested what happens in the new continuity, what happens in 5 and 6. Yeah. That's
that's what I want to hear. Shit. That's my dream, is to hear between 5 and 6.
I want Prince Shizor to stay in there because he was cool and that whole plotline was awesome.
But then they're also doing
alien, dude.
They're also doing comic books in the official canon. I don't remember where they take place, but like they're doing an official just Star Wars that I think takes place basically during the movies, in like times you don't see. And then there's a running series of Darth Vader that just tell his story in different like again, like around the time of the movies. And then there's a limited run Leia comic that's going to be around the time of the movies.
So has it been confirmed yet that this new continuity, the Empire doesn't just like almost completely fall apart after the Death Star and the Emperor die?
It's not officially confirmed, but it's pretty confirmed. I
Huh,
mean,
so
in the
like,
trailer, they show all those stormtroopers and
Yeah, they
everything.
show a lot of stormtroopers and stuff
well, yeah,
like
but
that. So.
regardless of there being a bunch of stormtroopers, even in like the old continuity, the Imperial Remnant was still a threat forever. It never actually went away, and then the Empire just came back, and the Republic fell apart because democracy apparently didn't work.
Yeah, the thing is that in the new one, the rumor going around is that the New Republic, like, is barely even a thing.
Huh.
Like, the Empire did not lose when they killed the Emperor and blew up the Death Star.
I just hope that in their expanded universe, they don't bring the fucking Yuzan Vong back in.
Yeah, they won't.
That shit's
I
retarded.
promise you they won't.
Like, I like the idea. I agree that something needed to change, but you violate the whole setting when you change like the theme that hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it was like Star Trek all of a sudden.
It was like Star Trek trying to ape Warhammer and just let Warhammer be Warhammer and you be Star Wars.
There's a lot of cool stuff coming out right now, actually. But
Oh,
where was I? Oh yeah, so in Rebels, Tarkin calls in these two like Imperial officers that are supposed to be running this area, like governors of this area, basically, of this planet. No, they weren't. They were higher ups in the Empire. Calls these two guys in, and the Inquisitor is behind them, and he's just like, "You guys have failed," and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and they like get down on their knees, and then the Inquisitor just ignites his double-sided lightsaber between them, just stabbing both of their heads through. Like on camera practically. Like their heads are just behind something, but you see like everything around it.
Neato.
And I was like, well, that's cool.
yeah, it's getting dark,
Yeah.
gritty. Arr.
I want like the idea of guerrilla warfare to be like a Star Wars thing.
Well, if
Like,
they make
horror-
a Mandalorian movie, that's what it will be. It will be guerrilla warfare style.
I want Platoon in the Star Wars setting.
Well,
Told from the point of view of a stormtrooper trying to clear out like a bunch of rebel strongholds and shit.
Well, honestly, this is my opinion. There's nothing to support this yet, but Marvel's movies have been taking this new idea of making other movies where the Marvelverse just happens to be like Ant-Man is a bank robbing movie, and Guardians is a sci-fi film, and Captain America 2 was a spy film. I feel like Star Wars is going to do the same thing, where they're going to start making these Star Wars films that are other films just in the Star Wars universe.
Disney did say they intended to do that, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Mm-hmm.
But with the Marvel thing, I don't know if it's accurate to say that they're just making movies that happen to take place in the Marvel universe, because it seems like all the Marvel stuff is like building towards some overarching thing, which is going to be the Civil War.
Yeah.
And I mean, who ain't psyched for that? But
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I really want an Obi-Wan movie that takes place between episode.
we already had of them. I'm good with Obi-Wan.
But I want that between six and or between 3 and 4. I want that between 3 and 4, where he's kind of old.
I get behind that,
and I
as long as it's not Ewan McGregor.
Why? I love Ewan McGregor.
I like him. I like him fine, but I want a complete clean break from fucking 1, 2, and 3. Just I don't want to be reminded of that. I don't want
he was the
same
best
kind
part
of
of 1, 2, and 3, though.
It doesn't. Yeah, but he's still
Danny.
part of 1, 2, and 3.
Danny, the hard break is never going to happen. You have to move on from that and accept that they are going to, on rare occasion, have something to do with it.
But I want
it made it all worse.
It really did.
I want that, though, but I want that conclusion of Darth Maul wrapped into that film, and I want it to end with Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan, which is how it starts with Episode 1, and I want that to be the conclusion, and then we can forget about the prequels once and for all.
I want it to be Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul, and then Uncle Owen shoots a weakened Darth Maul in the head.
Yes, that's what I want. I want that to be the way it ends.
Official Star Wars countdown, Star Wars Episode 7 countdown, says 299 days. That's under 300 days.
Less than a year.
Well, it was less than a year after 365.
I know. But it's getting so close.
It's so close.
So close.
Also, J.J. Abrams is pushing to move the release date forward.
Wow, that's a first.
Yeah, he's saying that too much of stuff is getting leaked, and they are going way faster than he expected.
It's all Kevin Smith's fault. He's just going around telling people stuff. Hey, guess what? There's bowcasters in the movie.
The two of those things are colliding to make him be like, no, we need to move it up. He was actually pushing for a summer release, which is crazy.
Summer?
Yes.
I would imagine there's still like half the movie left to do.
Apparently there's not, because he's pushing to get it released this summer.
I'm
sure they're done with the half hour of filming they actually had to film, and everything's just, but how do we make the rest of it?
But like, yeah, so clearly they might be willing to push the date back a little bit, or forward, I guess. I don't know.
I hope there's a puppet. I just want there to be like one puppet. I want
so many puppets. Do you not know this?
It's all puppets.
I don't follow things.
Danny,
I like them fresh.
Danny, Episode 7 is like
it's 99%
practical effects.
Yeah, that's cool.
You saw the trailer?
Nope.
You didn't see the trailer?
Wait, is the one with the stupid lightsaber?
Yeah.
That trailer. Yeah, that shit was stupid.
I mean, no.
I'm hanging up on you now, Danny.
It's the one with the awesome lightsaber.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
There was a lot of, there's some, actually, you know what? I'll admit, that trailer was awful. It showed you nothing, and it didn't even get me hyped.
It was a teaser. It's not a real trailer.
The trailer showed you nothing, but it showed you exactly what it wanted to show you. These are the characters, and here's all of the things that have been leaked already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Millennium Falcon was cool.
That was awesome. That's the best part. Tears in my eyes.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like the trailer for whatever the next fucking epic movie was. You got Black Panic Stormtrooper pop up and run away. That was the worst way to start that trailer.
That's the main character.
Well, good for him. It was still a bad way to start that trailer.
But you know the ball droid thing, which I love, by the way. R2 FIFA.
Like, is it actually supposed to? If it's not supposed to be a soccer ball, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this.
No, it's just a metal ball that it floats on.
It is clearly a soccer ball.
That thing is a puppet.
That's a good puppet.
Yeah, it is a good puppet. And like everything is actually made. All the sets are tactile. All the stuff is puppets and practical effects.
I'm a bit more hyped now than I was.
Yeah. J.J. Abrams is shooting it on film rather than digital, just to be like, yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean too much to me, but
it really doesn't. But it's so cool just that he's like the OG trilogy and like it completely ignoring the prequels.
Yeah.
I like it. I hope it's. I'm hoping it doesn't feel like the new Star Trek movies did, which since he's directing both, risk to that.
What do you mean?
Well, like just the way that the Star Trek movies played, like I don't know how to like put it any more than just the way it feels.
I always thought that the new Star Trek movies felt like Star Wars movies.
Exactly, and I don't want them all to be the same. Is the thing. Like I don't want my Trek to be in my Wars kind of thing.
Well, your Trek
already is, and that's Trek's fault. But
yeah, I think this Star Wars is going to be very Star Wars.
Sweet,
yeah, it's going to be very Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Every time I have doubts about it, I go and like read the latest thing that's like an official release from them, and it's always good things.
I'd really like the main character to not have any force powers. That'd be cool.
I don't think he does.
No, I think he does. And I think the girl does also. Since it's The Force Awakens, the whole movie is going to be like Force focused.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be weird if it wasn't then.
Yeah, the two main characters are like Force people, I believe, and then there's the third person in the group, I think.
We don't really know.
But yeah, that's their rumor, I guess.
Like, I'm not gonna be like looking for reasons to hate this, because I want it to be good. It's Star Wars, but
yeah, I think it'll be good. You know what, Danny? Though,
so
low expectations is the best way to go into any movie. So
yeah.
All
Gone
right.
with low expectations to everything since Batman 3.
Is that the one that broke you?
No, I liked it. I thought it was going to be really shitty, and it was not. It was pretty good.
They expect one body in the wreckage, brother.
It was good because of him. Like if that movie didn't have Tom Hardy just kicking ass all over screen, and I don't mean physically, I mean just the way he delivered his lines. I would hate that.
He sounded like an Indian Sean Connery.
He did, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
But
I spent half the movie trying to. Yeah, I spent half the movie trying to figure out what is this accent.
Apparently, he did record all of his lines in like a Mexican accent, and they were just like, "No, no," and so he tried out a couple different ones.
Mexicans not menacing mostly. Like if you don't have a long-term villain, it's the reason why all Germans are British in movies.
Danny.
German is the most intimidating language, Danny.
In German, but not in English.
No, but Danny, you don't find. Hello, everybody. We are going to people now. You don't find that threatening?
Danny, did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
It's true. That guy was.
He was terrifying.
And terrifying.
Apparently got bitched 3/4 of the way through the game, so
that really bugged me. Like I thought we were gonna have like a cool final boss fight thing with him, and they're just like, nope. Now you gotta kill this other guy. And there's that German guy that helps you.
I have never played a Far Cry game.
You've never played Far Cry 3?
I've never played Far Cry 1, 2, or 4.
You don't want to play 1, 2, or 4. You want to play 3.
Or Blood Dragon, for that matter.
Danny,
Blood Dragon's awesome.
Danny, we've done this before. 3 is where it starts. 3.
Just like Fallout. It's the first one.
It's the first one.
Because it's the only one that's good.
It's the only
Speaking
one that matters.
of the two Fallouts, Fallout 1 and 2, Wasteland 2.
Yeah, are you on that shit?
It's super good.
Yeah.
I've only played it a little bit because my computer's a complete piece of ass, and the fact that it's really choppy as I try to scroll, is kind of bugging me. But I felt real cool because I go through and I killed a bunch of bandits, like the first real fight the game gives you. I'm like, yeah, I killed all you bitches and didn't even take a single shot in return. And I just go wander into a cave, and there's just like mutated frogmon, just one of them. Like, yeah, I got this. It's one of them. I got 6 people, like 4 shotguns between them, a couple of hunting rifles. Everyone shoots, everyone hits it, and like I think it's not even below half health. And it just starts killing my dudes left and right. Like, no, please.
Nice.
James really enjoyed that game. So
it's really fun. It's good.
I've heard good things.
Yeah. I remember I saw the Kickstarter for it, and the video was pretty great. It was just about him going around to the different like studios and pitching his idea for Wasteland 2, and he's like, I made Wasteland 1. And then they were like, oh, so it's like a copy of Fallout. And he's just like, ugh. Fallout is a copy of Wasteland.
Speaking of Kickstarter,
and they're just like, is it going to be a first-person shooter? And he's like, God, I hate all of you.
One of those games that I was like really bummed didn't go anywhere, at least didn't go anywhere on Fallout, I haven't followed it since, was Human Resources.
I think that went somewhere.
That looked like it was going to be an absolute blast.
That was the one, that game was pretty cool looking.
I loved the art style, I loved the idea, I loved the fact you could blow up the islands you were fighting on. It all looked really fun.
Fails Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't make the money.
I also learned from the Interface Zero Kickstarter that I will never support another Kickstarter.
Why?
While I got my stuff, I honestly don't remember what else I ordered on it. So I think I just gave the dude $30 on top. I got the core book, but I'm pretty sure I also ordered 2 supplements, and I have no idea if and when they're ever coming out.
Physical copies?
Yeah.
Huh. Weird. Well, that's because you went with the weird stuff. You gotta do just a basic thing.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, on that note of bad Kickstarter investments, let's go ahead and call it for tonight. We are at.
Way to peter out.
Everyone, speaking of Kickstarter, good investments. Everyone check out Star Mazer, STARR Mazer.
Yeah, that's
Or
a good
just
game.
give me money, and I will buy stuff with it.
Just take money out and throw it in the streets. Somebody will pick it up. And somebody will do something with it. Maybe you'll get lucky, and somebody will do something good.
Put it in an envelope. Tell your mailman, send it to Danny. He'll know what you're talking about, and I will buy useless war game miniatures with it, and I will have fun with them.
Oh yeah, it got funded, just barely though.
So Danny, do you have any plugging you'd like to do for yourself? I don't know if you have any
Danny
online.
doesn't plug.
No, I do not, because that is masturbation.
Just send Danny money in the mail.
Send news. That's all I ask. Just no fat chicks.
Don't send Danny money in the mail. Give the mailman money and say this is for Danny.
Yeah, he'll know. And you gotta wink. You gotta make sure to wink. He'll know.
And you got to do that, like the handshake pass off kind of thing.
Yeah, underhanded.
Otherwise, he will have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, quick story about underhanded pass off.
All right.
Did we talk about this? About the ground control thing? Did we talk about that on the podcast?
No.
No? Okay. So
yeah, James, totally did. I listened to every episode.
On James's birthday, we were standing outside of ground control in line to get in, because apparently that place gets quite a line on Saturday nights. And so we're standing outside, and these guys walk up and stand like near the edge of the street by the bouncer. And they like kind of look at him and like nod, like noticing towards him, but like they don't approach each other. Like some more people go in and then they approach him, and he just like reaches into his pocket, pulls something out, and like underhand, like in his hand, palm passes this thing to them, and the other guy takes it, and like it looks like something white that they passed him.
That was drugs.
And he put it in his pocket. And he was like, "Thanks, man." And then like he handed him like some money. I think maybe he didn't. Maybe he did. I can't remember.
You definitely watched a drug deal.
Wait. So we watched all this and we're like, did we just see a drug deal? And the bouncer just looks at him and goes, "Both movies are on there, 1080p." And it was a thumb drive.
Oh my! That is where we're at in this world.
That was my favorite thing of that night.
Bunch of nerds.
I do have something to plug. It's not for me though. It's a show Evan will like. Evan, watch Black Mirror. It's super fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to. That looks really good.
It's the first episode's real cool, but the second episode is just fucked up. The third one's good too, and I haven't watched the second season yet. But the second episode is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
If you want to be really depressed, of course.
They're all like hour and a half.
About at least 48 minutes long, like bare minimum. I think.
But they're basically
they're
movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, it's good.
Thanks for listening, guys. This has been an excellent episode of Nerd Corner. Thank you, Danny, for joining us this fine evening.
You can get James on you next time.
Yeah. And you can. What are you doing, Evan? You're like admiring your own beard?
No, I do have a good beard.
He's
I
so
look
beautiful.
like a goat.
He's just memorized by himself.
No, it looks like my mouth is all funky, but I think it's shadows.
Whatever.
Or it looks like I'm going like this.
You can follow Evan on evansexydick at twitter.com.
That is an actual thing.
I
did one thing on there. I did not create it, but it is a thing.
You can follow me on Instagram at EmberKid21.
You can
follow. And you can follow
pray
us
to me.
on,
I'll get it. Just pray.
And you
I
can follow
always
us
do.
on Facebook and here on
Nerd
down
Corner
here.
has a Facebook.
Yeah, we got
And
Still a
Facebook.
terrible name.
And Twitter.
That name is no less terrible. But
and
go
we
on.
got there's a thing in places. I don't know where it's at. For
This isn't a
liking and
video,
subscribing.
Austin. You can't point to it, like make a pointing joke.
Oh, I didn't tell you I've been recording the video the whole time.
There's no video of Danny, though.
No,
Yeah,
but it's a
that's the
picture
way
of him.
I prefer it.
I got a picture
I
of
don't
him.
want to be identified.
Okay. I'll cover you with like a black silhouette, so it'll be like one of those CIA episodes.
You can make him just be like,
No, Evan, what's the
it
Shovel Knight
wasn't
voice?
suicide. Nothing was up his butt.
What was the Shovel Knight voice? That'll be Danny's voice.
Hey, I'm Can you go beat the bacon?
You know, or really, all you should do for this video, because I don't know why anyone would ever want to watch this. just play like a 3-second loop of an okay woman playing a violin for whatever, like 2 hours long we actually recorded this. Just that. It's got nothing to do with it. Just do that. All right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta go learn how the medieval way of making lamps tomorrow, and I gotta get up early to do that.
That sounds dumb. You're a nerd.
Yes, I am.
Stupid
And
nerd.
I will. But tomorrow I'll have a lamp, and you won't. So
I have a lamp.
I'll have a better
See
lamp.
it in the background. Look at that lamp.
I'll have a
All right,
medieval
guys.
lamp.
Thank you so much
that's
for
better than mine.
listening.
You can
I
friend
will
me on
catch you-
PlayStation at Evan Cross.
You can also do that. Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
EVANCROSS, capital E, capital C.
If you see Castellan in the video game, it is me if I am doing well, and it is not me if I am doing poorly. So peace.
Bye. Boop. Boop, boop.
Bye.
Okay, that's over.